1 o'clock in the morning, back in the gym, getting it in. 5k and leg day today. Let's get it in, yo. Just because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, that ain't no excuse to come in the gym stinking up, you know? Smelling like onions and burning up man's nostrils. And why is it, yeah? It's always one of my fellow black people that be stinking up the place. Give the rest of us a bad name, you know? So here we go again. Another 1 o'clock in the morning gym session. Bust the sleep out of my eyes and get on with it. So I started off the workout today with a 5k run. Nothing too heavy, kept it at a decent pace, just under 27 minutes for a 5k. Not bad for a 34-year-old truck driver. Like I said before, yo, there's no excuse for that sort of bad hygiene, you get me? I just done a 5k run, got to go smash on some weights and I don't smell like them man do there, you get me? No excuse for it. Now I've freshened myself up and changed my t-shirt, I slid on over to the weights room. Not trying to go too heavy in this workout because I did just finish a 5k run and I am still struggling with a knee injury from last year. You see, when you get to my age, mid-30s, you don't recover the way you used to back in your day. So we kept the weight kind of simple, 90 kilos, 10 to 12 reps, 3 times over. Yeah, what? Who said black man can't grow calf, yo? I see some calves kicking there. Gonna start calling me baby cow with all them calves there. Nah, I'm just ramping. So following the seated leg press, I moved over to the seated leg extension. I decided to do single leg extensions today to try and keep the focus and the squeeze on the quads. I went for 10 to 12 reps. The weight was fairly light again. I think it must have been about 34, 35 kilos. Nothing too heavy. Did this 3 times over. And now we've moved on to the seated calf press. Fun fact, did you know that the calf muscle is commonly known as the second heart as it pushes blood back up the body? See, when you're following Trucking Fit, you don't only get fitness, trucking and podcasts, you also get information. So I hit this 20 times on about 90 kilos and we've done it 3 times over. Moving on again now, starting to feel the burn now. Lactic acid's building up, yo, but we've got to keep pushing on. So here we're doing the walking lunges with 10 kilos in each hand. Nothing too heavy because this workout does put a lot of stress on the knees. So we walked up and down. I don't even know how many times I've done it and I've not counted them when I've played it back anyway, but these are a good workout. It works on the calves, hamstrings and the quads. Nothing like hitting a little 2-gun pose in the mirror. Don't judge me. Looks like we're finally here. We finally made it to the end of the workout. So for the end of this workout, I decided to go for a superset. Romanian deadlifts, 16 kilos in each hand, targeting the hamstrings. And I decided to superset that with 5 sets of pull-ups. Done this 3 times over, and it was a struggle. This is the end of the workout now. I've been up since 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm feeling the burn and I'm feeling the struggle. So we finally made it to work now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. So I take my taco card and I insert it into the taco graph to start my working day. I do a manual entry from when I left work yesterday to when I got into the work premises this morning. Yeah, so now we're done doing the manual entries on the taco. We start doing our pre-use shift checks. So we're checking the airlines, the spray suppression units, the tires, the tread level on them, the lights, the fifth wheel, the dog clip, just a general walk around check. I do the checks and confirm it all on my device, but I left that in the truck. So it's just a quick walk around, making sure everything's in order before we hit the road. Now I'm done doing all the checks on my unit. I flew over rapid to my trailer, and before I start hooking up and doing all my checks, I'm just gonna make sure that the air brake's on. That's the first thing we usually do. Now I know that the air brake's on and we're good to move on. I reverse the truck slowly under the trailer, I jump out, I grab the air suspension and I lift the trailer in the air so I can reverse onto it and couple up. So now that I know the trailer and unit have been successfully hooked up, I put my kingpin clip in. Now it's time to jump on the back of the unit and make sure all the air lines and electrical lines are connected so we can crack on with the day. The air lines are used for the anti-lock brakes and the electrical lines are used to send electric power to power all the lights on the back and all the marker lights down the side of the trailer. And now the final step before I do my walk around checks, I come off the back of the unit and then I release the trailer brake on the trailer and then I start to unwind the legs so we can get on with the day. I've got 10 drops today around Stoke, so I need to get on the road and get back because I'm not trying to have a long day like I usually do. And like I said previously, I've got 10 deliveries today around Stoke. So obviously, I'm not going to record every single delivery I do because that'll just make the video long. And to be honest, most of them are pretty easy. A quick 360 in the yard and then reverse it straight onto the bay. But this one here, this Morrison's is a problem. I've seen drivers take 15-20 minutes to get it on this bay. Obviously, I'm a professional, so I got it done in one. And I was on the phone to the missus at the time as well. So as you can see, you have to reverse round the wall, then you have to place the trailer between the unit and the building there. It's always a squeeze in here, but if you take your time, you can get it done. As long as you don't hit anything or hit anyone, job's done. So I'm just jumping out of the truck now to show you people watching how tight and narrow that maneuver was. You know, when you see it on the camera, it don't do it no justice. It's a tricky maneuver, and like I said, I've seen many people crumble when it comes to this yard. All right, so we're nearly job done now. Got back to my work yard, about to uncouple from the trailer. So when you're uncoupling from a trailer, everything's done in reverse to when you're coupling up to a trailer. So we're going to start off first by applying the parking brake on the trailer, and then we're going to wind down the legs to make sure that the trailer is secured on the floor. And here we are again on the back of the unit. This time I'm going to disconnect the electrical lines and the air lines. And as you can see in the footage, some of the lines on the back of this unit have been stretched to death. This is a spare truck that I'm using because my truck was out for service at the time, so I got parred off with the dead thing. So yeah, we're going to get all the lines disconnected and then we're going to crack on and get ourselves home. It's been a long day. And here we are now under the trailer. I'm going to take out the dog clip and I'm going to pull out the kingpin clip so I can pull forward and get gone. Now that I've pulled forward, the final and last thing to do is grab my little electric remote, lower the suspension, so when we do pull out, the legs don't smash off the floor and get damaged. All right, and that's the day done. Last thing to do is park up the unit, pull my tackle card out, and we're done for the day.